Hello Libra, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your bonus reading for the second half of June. General reading, as always, guys, it's not going to resonate with every single person. Please do take from this whatever makes sense for you, release the rest. If you're interested in your own personal private reading, all of that info is down below in the description box. And of course, I'll include a link to all of the card decks that you see here today. So we're going to be breaking this up into two sections, and I will timestamp these down below. We're going to start off with the divine feminine messages. Divine feminine energy can of course be for female or male, so take it for how it resonates with you. We're just focusing on energy for this reading here today, and let's go ahead and take a look and see how the connection is affecting the divine feminine energy here at this time. All right guys, so we're going to start off with this deck, and it is called the Divine Feminine Energy Oracle Cards by Flames of Alchemy. All right, guys, so let's dive right into this and let's take a look. Libra, when it comes to the divine feminine for this reading, for this bonus reading, what is going on and how is it affecting the feminine energy? Angels and spirit guides, please. My feminines are tapped into their strength, or at least the need to be strong at this time when it comes to this connection. We do have the solar plexus chakra that is presenting itself here. Whenever any of the chakra cards present itself, to me there's a bit of an imbalance in that area. The solar plexus is tapped into the words I can, and the color yellow, your adrenals, your pancreas, it's that area between your navel area right below your rib cage. It's also tapped into fire, so you could be thinking of a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. This is focused on your vitality, your self-esteem, your confidence, your willpower, you know. So if there's a little bit of an imbalance there, maybe that's why for my feminines, we have this strength card right next to it, especially if there's an imbalance in that area, or my feminines just not realizing how strong they actually are. When it comes to this love connection between the feminine and the masculine, this is the feminine's interpretation. You know, this is a passionate adventure with the masculine, but something is definitely distracting my feminines at this time. And part of that distraction could have resulted in this, a breakup between the two of you. And so my feminines are really having a tough time here, just trying to be strong and process everything that's happened and why you guys are not together, why there is a separation and a breakup here. But look at this, there's adoration still coming through here from the feminine to the masculine, and unconditional love. So despite everything that's happened, my feminines still have this unconditional love in her heart space for the masculine. All right, guys, so let's add to this with some tarot to clarify some of this for the feminine. This is the Palette deck by Sal Biodora of Eat, Read, Love. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Libra, focusing on the divine feminine energy. What else do we need to know when it comes to the feminine? We do have the Emperor here, okay, which of course represents divine masculine energy. So my feminines are definitely very much connected and focused still on the masculine. No doubt about that. But, you know, even though you guys are not together, the divine masculine is still in the feminine's heart. We do have the Eight of Coins presenting itself. That is Pentacles energy. That is Earth, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. So with the Eight of Pentacles, this is tied into our passions, being very diligent, being able to build something with someone, building something valuable with the masculine. That's what my feminines are wanting. Something, a relationship that is worth something. You know, not just a casual fling, not just a one-night stand. This is something that is substantial. That is what my feminines are looking for here. And It's either that or that's what the masculine is looking for, since it's right next to the Emperor. Because as you can see from these messages, there's a breakup here, and it's my feminines who were distracted by this passionate adventure. So there could have been third-party situations here where it was my feminine who was distracted by another person. That's a possibility. Because it's this Emperor who wants to be able to create something beautiful and lasting and meaningful with the feminine. We've got the Knight of Cups coming through. Cups is water. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, for some of you guys, it could have been this Knight of Cups that represented this passionate adventure for some of my feminines here. So the Knight of Cups is someone who follows their heart, somebody who could be very romantic also. And so I really feel here from my feminines, this Knight of Cups came in and swept them off their feet. And if you're feminine tuning in, this Knight came in and really was someone that you were very attracted to, very passionate connection. But I do feel for some of you resonating with this, this was a third-party situation. That's what the distraction is. And that's why my feminines are having such a struggle trying to just be strong over this breakup, over what's happened here with the masculine. And we have the Eight of Swords. Swords is air. And Libra, this is your own energy right here. So you might feel quite restricted at this time. This is imprisonment, that feeling of isolation here. Or this is something that you have done to yourself. You've imprisoned yourself into this mentality that, you know, maybe you've just been caged in, or this is, again, something that you've put yourself in, a situation that you have put yourself in because of a third-party situation, because of infidelity. But we do have the Ace of Wands here, which is fire. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. So the Ace of Wands is tapped into inspiration and creation. A new beginning. A new beginning with what it is that you're desiring as a feminine, or what the feminine is desiring if you're masculine tuning in for a feminine. So what I'm feeling here is, regardless of infidelities, distractions, cheating going on in a relationship, I do feel my masculines are still here. And it could be my feminines who are wanting this new beginning with the masculine, still desiring this masculine, but really just a little bit overwhelmed with how things played out, considering the breakup. But the love is still here. You see, the unconditional love, the adoration from the feminine for this masculine, it's still here. My feminines are coming through as the High Priestess energy. And then we have the Two of Coins. Okay, so with the High Priestess coming through, this is picking up off of water energy. So we've got Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces coming through again. And then we've got coins, so we've got more earth represented here. The High Priestess is tapped into hidden knowledge, strength, which is right here, inner peace, paying attention to our intuition, following and trusting your gut. That's what that's all about with the High Priestess. Seeking answers from within and just trusting those instincts and intuition. Trusting your feelings. That's what the High Priestess is all about. But when it comes to action, it's a time to wait. The High Priestess is letting us know here that when it comes to the feminine, it's not the right time to act. And maybe my feminines know this. So there's a waiting period that's represented here. And with the Two of Coins right next to it, this is balance that's needed. Balancing decisions, priorities, adapting to change. This also represents somebody who might be doing a little bit too much. You know, so maybe some of my feminines are just trying to overcompensate for what's happened here in the scenario to break you guys up. So some of my feminines might just be trying to do a little bit too much for the masculine to let him know it's like, look, I'm still invested. I still care. I still love you. I still want to bring this back together. But maybe because it's just not the right time, it's creating a little bit of a blockage here from the two of you coming back together. And this is also juggling energy. And if some of my feminines are still juggling two people, that needs to stop, basically. That definitely needs to come to an end. All right, so let's add to this. This is the Moody Moon Messages deck, honoring the cycle of the Divine Feminine. This is by my soul sister, Sister Moon Tarot. This is a great deck, so let's add some additional insight from here, Libra, and let's take a look at the additional messages coming forward from the Divine Feminine here for the masculine. What else do we need to know? Angels and Spirit Guides for the Divine Feminine for this Libra bonus reading. Please bring it forward. We've got bloated, hormonal, moody, and leave me alone. Okay? So some of my feminines, this is where you're at. Which is understandable. You guys have been through a bit of a painful journey here, you know, which is why you're tapped into your strength, or at least the need for it. There's a bit of an imbalance in the solar plexus. There was a very painful breakup here, I feel. And then we have unbridled, feeling free, untethered. Okay? And I do feel that there is a desire for my feminines to be free from all of the stress, from what's happened here, the pain, the frustration, and just really dealing with a lot right now. And going back to the Eight of Swords, feeling restricted, it's a total opposite of unbridled, feeling free and untethered. And I really feel that's what my feminines are desiring, is to be free from that type of imprisonment. We have lonely. It would be more beautiful if you were here. Yes. So my feminines missing the masculine, feeling very lonely at this time. Not surprised to see that. We have shining. Finally found my worth, which is excellent. That's tapped into that wisdom and power card, solar plexus chakra. It's all tied in together. Strength, solar plexus, this shining card. Finally found my worth. Excellent. Because I really feel here a lot of my feminines might have been blaming themselves for what's happened, which certainly is the case for some of you, because I feel with this distracted energy, it is my feminines who entered into another relationship outside of the one that they were already in. So yeah, I mean, there's no way around it. This was a third party situation, and there was cheating going on here, I feel. It's a very specific storyline that broke this relationship up. And if you're resonating with this, you'll know exactly why it's presenting itself in this way. And then we've got lost coming through also. Should I stay or should I go? So my feminines are definitely going through a cycle of emotions here. Not really knowing what to do right now, which is why we've got the High Priestess coming through with the need to just trust that intuition and the need to wait, not create a whole lot of movement right now. And last card is searching. I thought I had the answers, but now I don't know. Inaction, waiting. That's what's needed. Balance. That's what's needed, truly. Okay, so let's go ahead and add to this with some romance angels when it comes to the feminines here. Angels and spirit guides, please. Focusing on this Libra bonus reading, the divine feminine, and how the divine feminine perceives the connection with the masculine. Angels and spirit guides, please. For the divine feminine, what else do we need to know? We have this X that needs to be released, okay? And that X might have something to do with that third party situation. That time has come to clear this energy of this person that really no longer serves a purpose in the feminine's life. But when it comes to reconnecting with the divine masculine, again, coming through as the Emperor here, it's worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in this connection. So it's going to take a little bit of time to overcome the challenges, to go through healing, which is why, again, the High Priestess is letting us know here that there's a time to wait. And it's being confirmed by this card. Divine timing is at work here. And then we've got the new love card here, which of course can represent a new person for some of you. However, my added interpretation of this card is that it's a second chance at love, a new chance at love. Being able to open up a new door to reconnect this love. We have healing family issues also presenting itself here. Some of you guys could have had children together. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents is the message on this card. So either yourself, if you are feminine tuning in, or however way this is presenting itself, somebody had issues with their parents. This could have been a traumatic experience growing up, especially if you didn't have a good example of what a good, healthy, solid relationship was like from your parents. So if you didn't have a good example growing up, then more than likely as an adult, it's affecting your relationships. So there has to be forgiveness here in order to not let the past affect the present or the future. That's what's presenting itself here. Look at these next two cards. We've got engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. And then we've got honeymoon. So certainly for the feminines, picturing a long-term future with the masculine is still a part of what's in her heart space. And it's going to have to be the feminine who's going to have to put in the effort to create movement to fix what's broken between the feminine and masculine here, or really whoever feels the most need to make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. It could be both of you who decide you're both on the same page, the timing is right, and you both decide to put in the effort to create movement back towards each other. That's a possibility. Let go of control issues. allow the situation to unfold naturally, because you can't control each other. It's going to happen when it's meant to happen. But in the meantime, get rid of these red flags. And one of those red flags, of course, is an affair, is a third-party situation that needs to go. The signs are cautioning you to address those red flags, my feminines, and that needs to no longer be a part of the future when it comes to the masculine and reconnecting with the masculine. We have a reference here to children again. So your love life is being affected by children. Either you guys had children together or you had children from previous relationships. This could also indicate to me that there's an age gap between the two of you, or someone's just being really immature here. Last card, soulmate. Okay, so there's a reason here why you guys still feel so drawn to one another, especially from my feminine standpoint, seeing the masculine as a soulmate. It's still presenting itself here. Unconditional love for the masculine coming through as a soulmate. Okay, so let's add some dialogue here from the masculine. From the feminine. We'll get to the masculine soon enough. This is my self-created deck. It's called the Woman's Intuition Oracle. So we'll grab some dialogue from here. And let's take a look and see what the feminine needs to say to the masculine. Already. Hey, handsome. Okay, so the feminine still finding the masculine very handsome, very attractive. What else, please? Angels and spirit guides for Libra, focusing on divine feminine energy. Oh, I knew. I just didn't tell you. Okay, so there are certain things that my feminines have been keeping inside. Knowing certain things, but just not sharing it with the masculine here. The next message. If forever never comes, at least we felt it, even if it was just for one moment in time. So, you know, some of my feminines have definitely come to a place where there is acceptance. You know, if it's just not meant to be, there's this acceptance that at least for that one moment in time, everything was good and you were destined to have that moment. The next message. We never had to take it any further than you kissing me deeply, passionately, lovingly. Making love was just an added treat. So the intimate moments, feminines are still holding on to those moments. The intimate experiences that were had with the masculine. Let's grab a couple more here. Couple more messages from the feminine to the masculine, and then we'll go ahead and take a look at the divine masculine energies. Your eyes tell me what your mouth can't say. So the masculine could certainly have very expressive eyes, and the feminine is picking up off of what it is that he can't say to her. Last one. If you really knew what I was thinking, you would have stayed all night. You know, but at the end of the day, the masculine isn't a mind reader. There was no way for the masculine to know truly what the feminine was thinking, and that just comes down to communication. And maybe it was a blessing in disguise that it just happened the way it did. So there's definitely work that needs to be done here at this point from the feminine to be able to fix what's broken in the partnership. There's definitely some effort that needs to be put in towards this partnership, but you know, right now there's not a whole lot of movement, but the love certainly is still here. It's still coming through here. All right, guys, so let's get ready to grab some messages focused on the Divine Masculine. This is the Divine Masculine Energy Oracle cards by Flames of Alchemy. All right, so let's take a look at that, Libra, for this bonus reading. Focused on the Divine Masculine now and how the masculine is affected by this connection. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Libra for this bonus reading focused on Divine Masculine. So we do have a karmic partner starting things off. This is somebody that the masculine is attached to. And perhaps if you are masculine tuning in, perhaps you see the feminine as a karmic partner, which is certainly possible for some of you guys. This is somebody who doesn't respect healthy boundaries in a partnership because they're all about their own self-interests and their needs. It can be codependent. It can also be abusive in nature sometimes. Not necessarily physical, but mental, emotional abuse is possible in certain karmic relationships. We do have admired, so the masculine has admiration for the feminine. However, my masculines have this hollow energy. So, you know, they're coming up empty here. The desire is here, however, you know, so the masculine still desires the feminine, no doubt about that. And there's a lot that he wants to say to the feminine, but maybe, you know, the timing just is not right. We also have this dominant energy. This is somebody who wants to be in control of the situation. But when it comes to the masculine, this is where he's at. That overloaded, overwhelmed energy. That time's running out, you know, that you only have a window of opportunity to figure this out. And maybe my masculines are feeling a little bit pressured in that area when it comes to the connection with the feminine. All right, so let's clarify some of this stuff. This is the Pining Rose Tarot by my friend Amy of Calico Moon. So let's add to this, guys, and let's continue. Let's take a look at the Divine Masculine here and what else needs to come through. So, of course, you know, you can identify with the entire reading, or if you're just watching for either the feminine or the masculine, you know, they might not always tie in together. So if one part doesn't make sense for you, then it's just not your reading at this point. But if the masculine reading does make sense, then definitely take from it what resonates with you. All right, so let's add to this with some tarot. We have the Eight of Cups. Escapism, abandonment, soul searching, and walking away. Falling right below karmic partners. So my Divine Masculine has walked away from this person. Has walked away from this feminine. And if it does tie in together with the feminine reading that I just did, then more than likely my masculines walked away because the feminine entered into a third-party situation. We've got the Queen of Pentacles coming through here, followed by the Queen of Cups. So we've got two queens coming through here. Now, this is one interpretation here of how this is presenting itself. The masculine as well could have entered into a third-party situation and eventually walked away from that situation. So we've got Queen of Pentacles, which is Earth energy, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. And then we've got the Queen of Cups, which is water, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So this is somebody who's very nurturing, a domesticated person. And it does indicate a financial provider here. The Queen of Cups is a compassionate woman, very caring, intuitive, emotionally stable. So at the end of the day, this represents two different women right here for the masculine. And perhaps that might be contributing to this overloaded energy right there. So with the World card presenting itself here, completion of a cycle, accomplishment, and travel. This is a cycle that needs to phase out. And I feel that it has, because we've got the Eight of Cups where there's that escapism energy, walking away from this, walking away from a karmic. And I feel here with the World card presenting itself, my masculines have decided ultimately who it is that they want to be with. So a decision I feel has been made here. One cycle has come to an end and there's a new cycle that's coming in here. This is giving the relationship a second chance, a new foundation that's a lot stronger than where it was before. This is very happy, triumphant energy. That's what I'm picking up from that. And then we've got the Ace of Wands. New creative inspiration, potential, growth, and action. So we've got fire. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. So the Ace of Wands, and that did come through from the feminines, tied into inspiration, creation, our willpower, desires, a new beginning. So in a way, those two readings, or these two readings, are tied in together in that there are third-party situations and the desire to bring this back together. There is a new beginning here. There's a cycle that needs to phase out and come to completion. Then we've got the Ten of Wands presenting itself here, which is more fire energy. This is heavy burdens, extra responsibilities. Another card of completion. So I feel here that it's my masculines who have decided to finally lay down these burdens attached to a third-party situation. And if you resonated with the feminine energy portion of this reading, I feel that this could actually start the ball rolling towards forgiveness, to lay down the burdens of the past, to heal, to move forward, to take responsibility for one's actions. And for those of you resonating with both sides, you know, it might be that there were just infidelities on both sides. And you've both now come to the point where there's forgiveness and that there is this desire to bring it back together. Because look at the next card. We've got the King of Pentacles. We do have the Queen of Pentacles right here. You see? And so this Queen of Cups doesn't belong here. Here's our couple right here, the Queen and King of Pentacles. So I have a feeling this masculine has walked away from this feminine so that they can reunite. This King of Pentacles is somebody who's very stable. Now, this is an interesting scenario. I'm just going to have to pull it because this would have been the next card. Okay, I wasn't going to, but here it is. So we've got a Queen of Cups here. Here's the King of Cups. So I feel here that the scenario that's coming through is we have two couples here that were with other people. Two separate third-party situations going on here. But it is phasing out, and if it hasn't come to an end already, it will. because I pick up from that Eight of Cups that this is a situation where there is abandonment and somebody walked away from it. Interesting. All right, well, let's add to this with the masculine's madness messages. This is by Bridget Rao of Divine Essentials. So still focusing on the divine masculine here. Let's see what else. So basically, if you're resonating with the feminine and masculine reading, the overall reading, there's infidelities on both sides, it seems. Angels and spirit guides, please, for this Libra bonus reading, focusing on the divine masculine. So let's see what else. What else here? I'm absolutely obsessed with you. There's this obsession. So what I pick up from this, since I feel the masculine has walked away from this third party, maybe they weren't expecting it, maybe they couldn't handle it, and so they're looking from the outside in and just obsessed about this masculine. But this is an added energy from the masculine. Despair. I'm drowning in my despair for you. So I feel what happened here, part of this overloaded energy, is that without his feminine, he just was coming up empty. You know, thinking that the grass was greener with somebody else, but that wasn't the case. And so with this next energy, look at this. Comfort. You feel like home. He wanted to come home. He wanted to be with his feminine. Next message. What am I running from? Confusion. So maybe there was a time when my masculines were running away from this feminine. You know, no relationship is perfect. Maybe you guys were going through some issues. But when he did run towards another person, it ended up not being all it was cracked up to be. And then we have under pressure, sinking into the depths of sadness. So I do feel here that with the separation and the breakup, we just have two heartbroken, sad people here that miss each other, still love each other. Yes, there were mistakes that were made, infidelities, boundaries that were crossed, but at the end of the day, if you guys both take responsibility for your own actions and work to repair the damage in the relationship, this can come back together. It's not too late. So let's add to this, guys. We're going to grab some messages from Sister Moon Tarot's deck, Romantic Confessions from the Divine Masculine. So let's add to this. What else needs to come forward from the masculine to the feminine? What else? It is because of you that I know what unconditional love is. So that's a part of the masculine's realizations. I always admired your beauty. Okay? So not only does the masculine have admiration for the feminine, not just because of her physical beauty, but just on the inside as well, who she is as a person. You know, we've got two cards here talking about admiration here. Admired, and I always admired your beauty. That's no accident. What else, please? Romantic confessions from the masculine to the feminine. I wish things would have gone differently between us. Absolutely. You know, there are definitely regrets here over how things played out. I want to talk to you, but I can't find the right words to say. But there's a lot that he wants to say. Expressive. He's just overloaded right now, but I feel in time, those words will be expressed. Let's grab a couple more. Romantic confessions from the masculine here. Okay, we've got a lot of confessions coming through. We'll take them. I wish you and I could have true alone time together and say all the things we never got to say. Exactly. Say all the things we never got to say. And I really do feel here, you know, you will have this opportunity. Next message. I know that we fight because of the intense passion between us. Those intense, passionate arguments from two very passionate people. Look at this next message here, guys. Sometimes when I'm with her, I find myself wishing I was with you. That's because the grass was not greener on the other side. And I really feel here, if you resonate with the whole entire reading, divine feminine, divine masculine, there was, again, infidelity from both sides, and you both came to the realization that the grass was not greener on the other side. You're worse off apart, and you're better off together. Next one. I'm always looking for you in everyone I meet. That's because you're unfulfilled. You know, the masculine was just not fulfilled in third-party situations, trying to find what he had with his divine feminine and other connections. It was not working. And the last card, I never got over you. I never got over you. There you go. That is what's presenting itself. So I wanted to add some additional dialogue from the masculine. This is my self-created deck. It's called the Thinking Man Oracle. So let's add to this with some additional dialogue from the masculine to the feminine. So there's been a very difficult journey that you guys have been on here. Angels and spirit guides, please, from the masculine to the feminine. The truth is, I'm scared of commitment, but if there's ever been anyone to change my mind, it's you. You know, and perhaps for some of my masculines, it's this fear of commitment that caused the third party situation to begin with. But I really feel that revelations and lessons have been learned here, or at least it's part of the progress that's being made here. Next card. I only think of you on two occasions, day and night. So basically, my masculine is constantly thinking about the feminine. Let's add to this. What else, please? What else does the masculine have to say? You'll always be the one that got away. Fuck. You know, this is somebody who's realized that they messed up. Feeling that the divine feminine is the one that got away. And really regretting that. But again, based off of what's coming through here, I do feel, especially with the World card, the Ace of Wands, there's new cycles that are coming in, new beginnings, new potential that's going to give this connection a chance to revive itself. What else, please? Angels and spirit guides from the masculine to the feminine. I'm not done healing. I need more time. Please continue on your healing journey for me. We both need it right now. Yeah, it's true. Both the feminine and the masculine definitely need healing. Look at this. Don't go. And last one, let me be yours. So my masculines still want to be with the feminine here. That's what's coming through, guys. So let me make some additional room here, and then we'll go ahead and grab some romance angels. Again, focusing on the divine masculine. Angels and spirit guides, please. Focusing on divine masculine energy for this Libra bonus reading for the second half of the month. When it comes to the divine masculine, the divine masculine knows that he needs to work on himself first, to love himself first. This card does say your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive, and he knows this. Look at this. We have wedding. So there is a potential here for a future commitment. And again, we have this card saying that the truth is I'm scared of commitment. And I really feel here, given some time, that that's not going to be the case, that my masculines will finally get to the point where commitment won't be such a fearful thing. And it's totally possible to bring this together. We do have this retreat card, which in this reading for me represents two people that want to just have time to themselves, to disconnect from the world, have some alone time. And one of these messages here, I wish you and I could have true alone time together and say all the things we never got to say. Exactly. You know, no outside interference from third parties or anybody else. Just two people who want to be together, alone, to talk things through, address the issues, heal the relationship, and move forward and open up a brand new chapter. We've got finances and career that's reflected here also. And it does say financial issues are a factor in your love life right now, since you guys are not together. But together, you're both, I feel, very powerful, especially financially. I mean, the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, these are two people who are pretty financially well off, very stable when it comes to money matters and finances. So you guys are a lot stronger together than apart. And then we've got express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture, and in time, I really do feel you will be able to do this. And it's my masculines who will make this romantic gesture towards the feminine. You both need to be able to just sit down and have those heart-to-heart conversations, honestly discuss your feelings with each other, and at the end of the day, this is where you guys are at. This is how it's representing the connection, that this is the one for you. So my masculines, this feminine is the one for you. And maybe the masculine had to go out there and explore and realize again that the grass wasn't greener. But finally coming to realize, this is the one I want. This is the divine feminine that I'm meant to be with. And the bottom of the deck is forgiving and learning, which is needed from both individuals. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's needed, you know? So that's what's coming through, guys, from the divine masculine. So let's close this out with some final thoughts. And we'll grab some messages from the Journey of Love deck. Let me just clear this out so we have a clean slate here. But yeah, there's a lot to take in, and hopefully you guys were able to resonate with the messages that presented itself here. All right, guys, so let's combine both the feminine and masculine energies when it comes to this journey of love for this Libra bonus reading, angels and spirit guides. How's it all going to come together? Angels and spirit guides, please. We have confusion, number 15. However, we have grown. So if things were confusing before, I do feel that in time you will both have the clarity that's needed, and you will be growing from this experience. This is going to be a learning experience for both of you. The desire is still here, those intimate moments. Number 19, I can still taste you. Those kisses, those intimate moments, very passionate. And I really feel you're still thinking about this. You both are, and still feeling so drawn to one another. Next message, I'm so cold without you. Warmth, number 12. So if any of these numbers are jumping out for any of you, take from it however way it's being significant in your connection. We also have reminded of you constantly, number 37, synchronicities. So you're both really still thinking about one another. Next one, number 13, I wish. Part of that wish is to start again, a new beginning, a fresh start. And the last card, number 39, is destiny. I want forever with you. So what I'm picking up here, guys, is, you've been through a bit of a rough journey here in love and romance when it comes to your person, whether you're watching for a feminine or a masculine. But at the end of the day, this boils down to two people who still love each other, who desire one another, who feel at home with each other, who want a new beginning, a fresh start. And there's a chance here that you guys might still be able to build forever with each other. Okay, so that's what I've got for you guys, Libra. I do hope whatever side you resonated with, whether feminine, masculine, or the entire reading, I do hope that it helped offer you the guidance that you needed at this time. And again, if you're interested in your own personal private reading, all of that information is down below in the description box, guys, and I'll see you real soon. Take care.